Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by unbeaten heavyweight George Fox. George, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. Good to be here.
Good, good.
Looking
And
forward to the chat.
where is here? Where are you at the moment?
I'm in Morecambe at the moment. Good old sunny Morecambe. Great weather. I'm here with Tyson Fury in preparation for his upcoming fight. So yeah, it's going well.
And this is the second time, I believe, you've been in camp with Tyson Fury. So I guess, first of all, just tell us how the sparring came about the first time around. How did you guys link up?
Yeah, so basically I got a call. It was actually through my manager, who I'm actually no longer with at the moment, Sam Jones. And I was out in Vegas for 9 weeks for the Wilder fight, for the Wilder camp, Wilder 2. So that's how it came about, and that was our first experience. I was in camp with Jordan Thompson, a boxer who my father also trains, cruiserweight, Unbeaten, and David Adelaide, the young heavyweight prospect fighting under Queensbury Promotions. And yeah, that's the first experience that we had, and had a good time, learned a lot, and here's take 2 going again. So.
And the fact that you're no longer with Sam, but you got the call to come back, that must say that Tyson thinks a lot of you, right?
Yeah, no, I mean he's been very, my future, and it's been he's a great role model. He's taught me a hell of a lot, and the first experience was good. He had a good mixture of sparring partners in camp. A lot of like young, hungry fighters, unbeaten fighters. Sometimes you get sparring, being through the process so many times, they lose that hunger. They have 3, like I said, young, hungry competitors, all willing, all out there to make. And I think that's kind of why we're back again. And like I did well the first time round, and it's obviously an opportunity to improve, just learn more.
And your dad was telling me when I spoke to him last week that you told him that Tyson had improved markedly, even from the first time you sparred him, which wasn't really that long ago. What areas did you see that improvement in? And presumably you've improved as well, so he must have improved like to compensate for that too.
Yeah, what's interesting is like this time round, because like at the moment I'm the only guy in camp, and it's more intimate, so to speak, because I'm in every session. Like in Vegas, you've got all of the there's more distractions. We're out in a new place, other partners at the time. So this time round, I've been able to kind of watch what's been happening, and it's definitely hats off to Sugar Hill and the Kronk style. I think studying the history of boxing, we know about the Kronk fighters and what Emmanuel Stewart has done with Lennox Lewis, Vladimir, Tommy Hearns. It's a proper big man style, and I think Tyson, he's a natural talent. He's always had been a skillful, technical heavyweight. But now he's adding some fundamentals to his game where he's got more than one plan. So he's proper drilling in that big, tall, dominant heavyweight style of controlling distance, controlling the space, taking center ring. And I think it's going to bode well for him to have, like I said, more than one game plan.
What sort of shape is he in physically, especially compared to the camp for Wilder 2, which you were involved in?
I think, look, because they've had more time together with his coach now, he's starting to understand the position properly. And I think people will look into, of course, physically, it's hugely important. But he's always fit. He's always fit, Tyson anyway. He's always fit. He's got a good cardio, and a lot of boxing obviously is up here. How you control your breathing, how you're relaxed. I know some people that are super fit, but after 2 rounds, because of the anxiety and all that's going on, they're exhausted. So because he's a mature heavyweight, he's been around the block, and with the style now, because he knows he's controlling the ring, controlling spaces in the ring, it's more efficient, way more efficient. The style is very like jerky, a lot of feints. So he has that, but it's just more refined now. So yeah, he's in great shape. He's in great shape.
And as far as we're aware, the opponent for his next fight hasn't been confirmed yet. So is that problematic for him in sparring, like what he asks his sparring partners to do and the moves that he wants to work on if he doesn't know who it's going to be in the opposite corner?
I mean, no doubt they'll probably specify closer to the time when that information is revealed or found out. But like he has a few other guys coming down that will be joining us soon. I think it'll be the boys again, without putting too much news. He's got a variety. We give him different looks, different styles. Every day brings something new to the table. So like I said, he's hugely talented, hugely experienced. So he's kind of seen it all. So I wouldn't expect him to come unstuck. All of a sudden, if maybe there was a South, or maybe they would bring someone else in for that. But other than that, yeah, he's ready. He's ready.
And talking about being ready, you've been ready to fight for quite a while. You only had one fight in
Yes.
2019. COVID's hit. You haven't been out
Correct.
this year yet. You're 28 now. There's not as much of a rush as a heavyweight as there are for other divisions if you were that age. But are you frustrated at this point but not being out, or is the sparring kind of making up for it a little bit?
I mean, we're always learning. That's the first thing. Like you said, there isn't a rush, but I want to get going. Like I've been around the block. I've been around the block. I've been around this game for a while now. Through watching my dad's experiences, sparring with, I've sparred with a lot of top talent around the world, in the UK particularly. But yeah, now I've got some news that I'll be announcing in the next week, probably 2 weeks maximum. And I believe I'll be given the foundation to be fighting regularly, to get some consistency. It's been so stop-start for me in terms of actual, competition. I can't get much momentum, and that experience, the things that you learn on fight night, you need to put it together 2 months apart. It can't be one fight every year, one fight every 8 months. It's not good enough. So, I'm positive though, because like I said, I have something coming up, and when I reveal that, then it will definitely give me the opportunity to get going.
And without telling us specifically what that is, because it's clearly still under wraps at the moment, is it in the promotional realm or the managerial realm?
Yeah, promotional realm. I think in this climate, it's clear to see with COVID and everything that's happened. It's a big blow for a lot of athletes, and the few people that are signed to promotional labels seem to be getting obviously the priority, matchmaking. So that's the angle we're going down, and I'm looking forward to announcing the news, and I think it's going to be a great partnership going forward. So.
Were there certain goals that you had when you turned pro in terms of, in a year I want to be here and in 2 years I want to be here, and you've had to put that back because of the inactivity?
100%. But, plans, everyone has plans. You know how it goes. Life the way life unfolds is always very different. But one thing I would say, the age thing, and I'm very fresh, like very, very fresh. I haven't taken much punishment in a boxing ring. So the age is I'm not too concerned. It's now getting to the point where, like I said, I want to get going. From this age to about 36, I've got 8 very, useful years. And I want to use them as efficiently and as successfully as possible. So looking to get moving.
And I believe you used to, as an amateur, you used to train at IQ Neasden, is that right?
That's right, yeah, that's correct.
So that would have been with Xavier Miller, who's now the trainer of Dillian White. What can you tell us about him? Because I've interviewed him, he seems like a great guy, but no one seems to know too much about him, or hasn't spoken too much about him at least.
100%. Jav's a great coach. He lives, he's one of you get those coaches that live, sleep, breathe, eat boxing. Like he knows his boxing inside out. He's taught me a hell of a lot. A very technical coach, someone I've been high regarded. And like I said, I've been around a lot of top coaches, both in the UK and the US. I've had the pleasure or the luxury of training with a lot of them. And Jav's great. Jav's a good man, great temperament. He's like an uncle to me. Obviously had a tricky entrance on paper to with the Dillian first fight. But listen, he will shine as a coach because, like I said, both his temperament and his understanding in the sport, time will tell. He'll not that he had to show anything to anyone or prove anything to the world, but yeah, Jav's a top man, top human being, and a top coach as well. So
that's glowing praise indeed. It's very similar to what John Harding Jr. said about him. Actually, he's a boxing geek. Pester said.
100%. 100%.
Just before we let you go, I'm sure you want to get some rest before going back in with the Gypsy King again, but. Tell people out there how they can find you on social media platforms so they can follow the journey a bit closer, especially with the big news coming.
Yeah. Well, my Instagram is gfoxboxing. So give me a follow on there. Keep you guys posted. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the future. And like I said, because of their age and because of where some of the setbacks, I'm looking to fast track my career, so to speak. I want to be in some big fights coming up. We'll probably have a tune-up this year. We're looking at towards the end of the year, and then next year I want to be, competing with some prospects, some other people in the division, making strides. We'll go out there and achieve. So yeah, but definitely Instagram is the handle to follow me on, and yeah, look forward to the journey unfolding.
I've got to say we've been a victim of Sod's Law here, because the broadband's improved massively right at the end of the interview. It's always the way, isn't it?
The wife is a bit dodgy here, but it is what it is.
Good stuff. All right, well, I really appreciate your time, and I hope the rest of the time in Morecambe goes well, and look forward to seeing your announcement and then back in action.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Definitely see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.